Today I'm going to unbox and take a look at Monty's Gamble Market Garden. This is from Multi-Man Publishing, or MMP, and this is a area impulse or area movement. I think MMP calls them area movement, but it is a interesting system. It's a unique system in war games, in that it is areas, not hexes, and you move in impulses. Well, this one, I'm sure this is probably an impulse game too, but a lot of these systems, or a lot of these area movement / area impulse games, have impulses, and you're not necessarily certain of how many impulses are going to be, and the combat is grouped into the area where you might have a primary attacker, and then the other ones in there are support. There's usually rules about moving, getting reinforcements from outside the general map, around the borders, and then moving into the areas. And there's also modifiers in the areas for the kind of defenses or terrain that might be in there. Anyway, I mean, it's a war game, but it's a different kind of war game, and it models and simulates things in a different way. I like them because it is a different perspective, and if you watch my channel, I'm all about looking at things from like a little bit different perspective. And this one, and area impulse games definitely do that. And you can play a game on a topic, for example, Market Garden, and a hex encounter, and there are several different hex encounter games that handle that. And then you can play it in an area impulse or area movement system, and really get a different feel or a different take on the engagement. And I like doing that and kind of comparing the different systems and how they model or sim reality, or in this case, a historical event. Anyway, enough of that. Let's look at the back of the box. And this one, as you can see here, the designer is Michael Ranella, and I think he, I don't know if he's the creator of the area impulse system, but I know he's done quite a few of them over time, and I have several of his titles. But let's look at the back here. Monty's Gamble Market Garden is a reprinting of MMP's highly acclaimed area movement game on Operation Market Garden, depicting the Allied invasion of the Netherlands in September 1944. As conceived by British Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, the Allied 1st Airborne Army was to open a corridor between Dutch towns of Eindhoven and Arnhem, allowing British 2nd Army to cross the Rhine, drive into Germany, and if all went well, it's kind of hard with the glare here, in the war by Christmas. Success required the American, British, Polish airborne forces to rapidly capture major road bridges in Eindhoven, Nijmegen, I can't see because of the glare, and Arnhem, and then hold them until the arrival of the 2nd Army. Historically, Arnhem was the bridge too far, and the British 1st Airborne invasion was nearly destroyed. And there is an excellent movie on that, A Bridge Too Far. If I get time, I might pull that out and talk about that a little bit, but and we can make this a Kilroy Goes to the Movies, right? The game features the popular area impulse system, which provides maximum player interaction, forcing players to make tough decisions as they activate a single area before their opponent gets the same opportunity. Usually the areas are numbered, and you're going to go in activation order. And so, again, there are some tough decisions there on how you want to plan out your attacks. The Allied player must land his paratroopers, seize key bridges, and get the 30 Corps North to achieve a link-up with each of the 3 airborne divisions. The German player must destroy bridges, infiltrate into Ally-held positions, bombard Allied units, and attack Hell's Highway to break Allied supply line. Both players will have many pressing needs to address, but may only deal with them one at a time, and may not have the opportunity to do all before the variable term length causes them to end. So this has that impulse aspect where you don't know when the turn's going to end, which adds a lot of tension and kind of a little bit of the chaos and fog of war to it as well. This all-new update version of Monty's Gamble Market Garden also includes Fortress Holland, 1940, originally published in Operations Special Issue number 2. This expansion contains 100-plus counters and rules needed to depict German invasion of Holland in May of 1940. So that's awesome. I mean, so not only do you get Market Garden, but you get Fortress Holland 1940, so you get the German invasion of Holland at the beginning of the war. That to me is a huge selling point here as well. Complexity is medium, and solitaire suitability is high. I don't think there's a built-in AI in this. You're going to play this two-handed, but the impulse system does lend itself to solitaire easy, because you're going through the impulses are again not set, and you're going area by area and making some decisions there. You still have to play it two-handed, but there's not hidden information that you have to necessarily worry about. So let's get inside this box and see what we have. I picked this up as part of the Multi-Man Publishing, was it holiday sale or fall sale? I don't know what they call it. It was back in October, November time frame, and I don't know when I'm going to end up posting this, but that was a heck of a sale. I got this for a really excellent price, and had my eye on it for quite some time, and you might be seeing some more from that sale over time as well. Anyway, a typical MMP box is not especially thick or sturdy, but it's fine. It holds the components just fine. You get the MMP packing list, which tells you what is in there. One box and a lid. Thank God for that. And everything you're supposed to get in there. We have the rules, and that is a hefty, thick rule book there. Area impulse games typically are not that complex. I mean, they are a little bit different. They're not your typical hex encounter of, move and zone of control and stacking and all that kind of stuff. It's area movement and impulse and the like, but let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in this book. So we've got 44 pages. We're going to have a lot of scenarios here. We got a D-Day. That's interesting. We got an extended game. Okay, so there's going to be some scenarios. Let's look at the beginning here. Huge table of contents. Then we've got introduction, object, the map, areas, road net. This is all talking about the map, boundaries, bridges, victory point areas, airborne operation sectors. You got supply heads. Then you get the player pieces over here. Here's an example of some of the pieces here. Mechanized infantry, armored, field artillery, flak tower. Then we get unit information, strength and movement. Let's get an explanation of the strength and movement. So you have attack, defense, and movement factor. Okay, you got control markers. Then we get section 5 is prepare for play, and then you got sequence of play. Dawn phase, weather roll, first turn, daylight phase, refit phase, regroup movement. Here's stacking and control, allied link up. Here's the impulses and how you run the impulses in section 8. It's about a page of that. Movement. It looks like there's a little bit more than a page of that. There's, of course, road movement. Even though you're moving into areas, there's still the aspect of roads. There's boat assaults. Then we get into assaults, resolving assaults. A few pages of that. Then we have bombardment. And it's the combat system is not overly complex, but it is a little bit different than, you're not seeing a CRT chart on there. Here's an advantage shit. I did say chit. Man, I'm having a tough day. Where's my coffee? Disruption of supply. Here's zones. Those zones might be the ones that are on the outside of the area. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Air power, weather, reinforcements. God, this might be one of the more complicated area impulse games I've picked up. Bridges. A lot of stuff going on here. Victory conditions, the extended game. Index and glossary. That's kind of neat. So you have a table of contents and you have this index and glossary. So if you're interested, well, what do I need to, exhaustion, what do I need to do? You can look that up there. Here's an example of play. That's awesome. So rules kind of end at 28. Of course, that includes the index and glossary. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, up to 34 is the example of play. And I recommend going through this, especially if you have not played an area impulse game before. The example of play would be good for you on that. In fact, I'll probably look at it as well. Here's Fortress Holland, 1940. So there's the rules on this. So we got separate rules on Fortress Holland. A little bit more reduced. Maybe it does fill. Well, maybe these are all the complete rules for it. Maybe you don't have to use the other rules. So there you have it. So didn't see scenarios in here. Here's some counters. Typical MMP type counters. I mean, they're decent thickness. Probably be a little nibby, but if you're a clipper, you don't have any issues. You're going to clip it anyway. If you're not a clipper, which I typically am not, I'll have to make a decision. Do I want to do that or not? So this is sheet 4. This is sheet 3. Here is sheet 2. And these are more markers here. These were actually units. These might be for the invasion of in 1940. I have to look that up. These are more markers. We have a map here. Let's look at the rest of the counters first. This is sheet 1. So I have some German forces, SS, British, American. There's the backs. Okay. Then we've got a 4 dice. That's cool. What we're supposed to get here? We're supposed to get the MMP puts that in there as just kind of a protection sheet or a spacer. 1 unmounted map sheet, 1 rule book, 4 setup cards, 4 success. Okay, so these are the setup cards. We have 4 of these setup cards. Here's German reinforcements, and this is on good quality stock. It's one-sided, so I guess you can put this off to the side of the map, put the counters on there, and then pull them as needed. This is more of a player aid because you got your setup, and then you got your sequence of play and some charts over here. Again, one-sided. Allied reinforcements. And then the Allied sequence of play and kind of their player aid. Is there? No, not really. This is just sequence of play and D-Day sequence and Monty's Gamble Market Garden. Okay, interesting. So a little bit different looking card there. Now let's look at the map, which is what you want to see. Got a little bit of box length there, whatever you want to call that. And this map looks interesting. I'm going to have to move some stuff out of the way here so we can get a better look at the map. Might take up more of the table. I might have to do a periscope. It's a paper map, but it's thick. I mean, it's a good, thick, quality paper map. Let's go up a little bit here, see what we can see. I like the looks of it. Well, let's look at this first. We got some charts here. We got an impulse track, which is important. That's going to tell you how many turns you can do or how long the turn's going to last. Here's your turn record track. Isolation, German area interdiction, construction availability, attrition points, bombardment resolution, bridge seizure, and bridge demolition. So I imagine this is the German side of the board, and then over here will be the Allied side, which we have supply, victory point, track. We have United Kingdom right there. So attrition points, bombardment, resolution, bridge seizure, and bridge demolition. But then you have Allied air bombardment, Allied air bombardment. So we got two Allied air bombardment. Okay. Air supply, boat assault, and then you have that isolation. So let's look at the map itself. Looks like we will be going this direction up the highway. And let's move up a little bit here. I gotta move. Got boxes on the side here. I don't want to knock them off the table. So here we go. So you see you have areas here. You're going to have numbers in the hexes, and then that number underneath there is more than likely, I think, is the terrain modifier for the area. You have some, this might be where some of the drops are. I'm seeing that here and here and all over here, so that might be drop zones. Let's go up a little bit over here. Just getting an idea of it here. You got some bridges here in yellow. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing here. There we go. Got some bridges here in yellow that are all over the place. I gotta go out a little bit more here. That's interesting. It's colored green. Some of these are gray, and that one has got a green. Don't know what that. And then some of these are red up here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I want to move the map. I'll fold it in half so we can see that upper side of the map, because it's a relatively long map here. So there is the bridges I was talking about. And then up here we have Arnhem. This is Eindhoven. No, that's Eldon. There's Arnhem right there. There's Arnhem. That's Eldon. That's a victory point. There's Arnhem. Here's some bridges along here. Then these are red. So we had a green one here, and then these are red. I don't know the significance of that. I'll have to read up on the rules on that. But I think I like the look of it. They can do anything in the map because, you're not needing to see the terrain because it's all, it's all incorporated into this number that's in there. You need to know about bridges and roads, but otherwise they can use whatever kind of feature on the map they want to use, and I think this looks fine. You see these other, this outer boxes here. This is like in and out of zones to get to, like maybe bring in reinforcements and the like. So there you have it. So that is what you get in a box of, I'll go this direction here. We'll sit from the German side. That is what you get in a box of Monty's Gamble Market Garden from MMP. I like the looks of it. I think this is an interesting looking game. Love to know your thoughts on it as far as if you played it. What do you think about it? Is this, do you like Area Impulse? And do you like how this Area Impulse game simulates that, simulates this battle? Actually, there's two battles in here because you have the France 1940 as well. But love to know your thoughts on this and what you think about it. I like the looks of it, and I think it was a heck of a good price during their sale, so that's why I picked it up. Anyway, this went a little bit long because there was a lot to look at in this. I think for the money, you get a lot for your money. Anyway, love to know your thoughts on it. Drop them in the comments down below. in order to make this an official Kilroy Goes to the Movie, there is the movie of A Bridge Too Far. I'm not alone in this when I say that this is a really good movie on, I mean, there's not a lot of movies on this, on Monty's Gamble or Operation Market Garden, and this, I think I can be safe to say, is the best. Now, if you don't think so, feel free to drop it in the comments, but I know a lot of war gamers and other people that I talk to or listen to or hear talk about this movie, and it's always with fond praise for all aspects. I mean, there's good acting in this. There's your who's who of actors in this. You know, you have Sean Connery and Anthony Hopkins on the even Gene Hackman as a Polish paratrooper, and that's just the non-American side of things. But I mean, really good movie. Like it and enjoy it. And I think they do a decent job of reflecting the events of the day. Now, there's always room for, well, did that really happen that way? But it is a movie. But highly recommend this, especially if you're interested in this topic and in this operation. This is definitely something you need to take a look at. Anyway, so that's my close for Monty's Gamble Market Garden. Again, love to know your thoughts on it. I might have mispronounced some of the names in here. I know we had Arnhem and Nijmegen. Probably butcher all the words anyway. And actually, I've been to this area of the world. I've been to Amsterdam a few times. I never got a chance to come down to Arnhem, and I kind of wish I had taken that opportunity, but I was there on business. Anyway, thanks all. Take care. Thanks for watching.